Okay, I'm streaming. Fucking losers.
Okay,
Hey, by the way, I lied to
racism.
you.
My racism is turned off.
Finally, for once
That's
in
a
your
good
life.
joke. Good one, bud.
Sometimes I turn my racism on and off again.
No.
Sometimes it doesn't work too well.
Yeah, we know. We are fully aware of that. Oh, fuck. Or-
Bro think he's Freddy Fazbear. I'm dead.
What? You okay?
What?
Shut up. Sorry, I'm a little off the feet today. You know,
Off the perk. Little bro is off the perk.
I'm off the goop right now.
Off the good stuff. Off the good stuff.
I'm on the lean. We're lean gang here.
Optimus Prime.
Optimist Prime. Wait,
Octopussy Prime.
Oh wait, we're not on Twitch, okay? So I could say I identify as Optimus Prime. Oh yeah.
No, do you?
dude, yeah.
Cause Twitch is a bunch of I'm on the lean. We're lean gang here.
No, you're on YouTube, right? I'm pretty sure, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, here's the link if you want.
I hate Twitch. Twitch
Same.
is for trends.
If I start streaming again, I'm not gonna stream on Twitch because I hate Twitch.
Oh, okay. Good.
Ew.
Ew.
Although I actually was getting viewers on Twitch, so
Yeah, but Twitch is for trends, so.
okay, bud.
Not like that's a bad thing, of course.
Right. Somehow I don't believe they actually that actually is your position.
Wait, Jack, do you want to do Terraria?
I
Terraria.
like Miss Maga. Miss Maga is cool.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do Terraria.
Okay. It's fun. Okay. It's just one of the articles I was reading. I've been reading about the Trump-Ukraine scandal.
Oh boy. Wait, which one?
The one that got him impeached the first time, I think.
Oh, okay. Oh, the impeachment. Okay. I think you're talking about those recent comments in the war.
No.
Okay. Is Russia really that bad?
Yeah.
Efforts by U.S. President Donald Trump to coerce Ukraine and other countries into providing damaging narratives about 2020 Democratic Party presidential candidate Joe Biden, as well as information relating to Russian interference in the 2016 United States elections, caused a political scandal in the United States. Trump enlisted surrogates with and outside his official administration, including his personal lawyer Rudy Giuliani and Attorney General William Barr, to pressure Ukraine and other foreign governments to cooperate in supporting conspiracy theories concerning American politics. Wait, Jack, have you started the multiplayer game?
For what?
Terraria.
Oh, not yet. Hold on. Just be patient. I need to save my game for this, so hold up.
I like Marvel movies.
Ew, gross. Marvel actually has fallen off, though, actually.
Who?
Marvel's fallen off.
I
No.
don't think they're ever on.
Who asked?
We weren't
I
talking to you.
asked. Don't worry, I asked.
We weren't talking to you.
I want to include you in the conversation, but I want you to be naughty and mean.
I want you to. We want to include you in the conversation, but we also want you to shut your mouth. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you could.
Which
Yeah.
one? The game we kept. Wait, do you want to start a new game, or do you want to start?
Yeah,
a
we
game
should start a new one.
Okay.
Terraria isn't
In
that
this
like
post, we look at an
Skype
economic
or
commentary. Oh my god, Ben Shapiro. Fucking loser.
Yeah, kike.
Okay, don't.
Okay. How about we don't say words like that, please?
From
Oh, okay. Shit.
credit to Best Trousers for lots of info in here. Shapiro's thesis here is that Obama wants to end capitalism itself by inflation of the U.S. currency by spending a bunch of government money.
I think we need inflation.
Quote,
We need
all of
Ben Shapiro
Obama's
inflation.
economic policies thus far are designed to drive America into full embrace of socialism. His chief means for this transformation, inflation. Let's sidestep the inflation to socialism thing for now and concentrate on this. Quote, he is attempting to inflate the currency through two primary means, intense deficit spending and pushing up production costs through union subsidization. Okay, gotcha. Had
We need to
Shapiro
get rid
took
of
his
inflation.
introductory...
I mean, it's not like Trump did a lot of subsidy.
Hold on, I'm reading, Jack. Okay. Had Shapiro taken his introductory macroeconomics, you would know inflation is always and everywhere a monetary phenomenon, perhaps with some caveats. In layman terms, inflation is linked to the money supply, not to government spending. It's easy to convince yourself of this. Look at this graph. Okay, I don't know what that means, but the x-axis is the M1 measure of money supply. Okay, this is a poorly done graph. What, like, who the fuck?
I could use more inflation porn, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Okay.
The M1 measure of money supply, y-axis consumer price index. Relation comes with an impressive R-squared of 0.91. So we could say Shapiro is at best 9% right here. Okay. Meaning you have a strong correlation of money supply and the consumer price index, which is measuring inflation. Although that's not measuring cost of goods necessarily.
Okay.
So we could say he did another post on this. I really like, I've been reading this guy's stuff and it's really good.
Okay. Who is this?
Singlelunch.com. He has a blog.
Adolf.
He had done a really nice post on cryptocurrency.
Which one?
Well, he did a couple, but the best one was on, it was actually on the trading firm that had just gone under, but
Okay.
that it showed that they had been using some manipulation. Okay, U.S. inflation, 1965 to 2015. No, Obama's great hyperinflation transitioned U.S. to full socialism. Okay, so if you look at tax rate, yeah, of course, and you get 94% here is the highest, which I think Piketty talks about in his book. So we're actually at some of the lowest since 1913. Okay, I think we're below our average. Inflation, consumer prices for the United States. Okay, it only started in 2021 when the Russia issues started happening. For 2022, it's going to be higher, but
Okay.
again, it's not as much as 1980, for example. 2009, 2008, you see, we actually started to have deflation, which fucked. Deflation is really bad.
Oh shoot. Do you want to have small, medium, or large world?
I want a big, I want a huge.
Oh, large. Okay.
According to economist Murray Rothbard, within a week, this is a quote from Ben Shapiro, within a week of the stock market crash of 1929, the Fed pumped cash into the system. This, of course, did not stave off the Great Depression.
Mhm. Oh wait. Oh, should we do expert mode? Oh shoot. MPen.
What?
Do you want to do expert mode or regular?
Regular. I'm not good enough.
Okay.
So. Sorry, I'm not
Okay.
Wait, what's the... Oh, yeah, there's no way we can lose this. I mean, honestly, this is like too close as it is. Is it free for... Okay, so... I mean, we can't watch on stream, but...
All right. What's this? Okay, Steam News player enabled. Friends. There we go. All right, there you go. I'm gonna invite you in a second. We should get into the world.
Okay, so Murray Rothbard is not really a consensus-driven.
How do I invite you to the game? What the hell?
Terraria is just side-scroller Minecraft.
You're not showing up as in the game on Steam here. I'm gonna
Oh,
restart.
hold up. Oh, hold on. My Steam's a little fucked up from that. Hold up. I'll fix that. I did this on my profile a while back ago. Hold up.
I am done with Vidya, Weed, AI generated,
Okay. I'm a
and
fucking
writing the
noob.
anime cat carousel. I'm ready to settle down with a nice woman. Is it over for me?
Alright, is it showing up now?
Try and invite me. Oh, I should wait. Join game.
Is it? Oh, it's working now? Okay, good.
Let me do new.
I actually want to focus more on like base building this game because I always just focus on completely on this ranking up. So I actually want to make something cool like building stuff. So
Nice. Now, better read on the Great Depression here. Okay, we'll read through
Great
this.
Depression, more like the Great Depression.
We'll read through this later. Now the good account is by Scott Sumner. Yeah, we'll have this play in the background. Unless you can't pop out. There.
Thank you all for coming, and thanks, Nick, for
What's
inviting me.
wait, Jack, send me password over Discord.
it's 333.
So I'm going to talk about the Great Depression, but I encourage you to feel free to ask a question during the talk. if you'd like.
Use your axe or pickaxe. Yeah, either one's good.
I want to get
I haven't really played
of
them.
what you're interested in. I guess
Real
that would
human
talk
being.
to over some of these issues.
Do you have Terraria or not?
To my official PowerPoint discussion.
Divorce attorney.
Talk a little bit about
Oh
the
shit, sorry.
background of the Great
I don't have a
Depression.
computer right now.
Oh.
The first thing you have to understand is
Imagine
that
that.
the international gold
I
standard
thought you love poor people.
because
I do, but it has to make fun of them.
one of the two
Now, on the other hand, here I hate poor people because they're poor and stupid and can't pour the Pepsi Nitro correctly.
Jesus.
If they can't pour the Pepsi Nitro correctly, they get the axe.
That's a little extreme. What'd you say?
No, it's not.
key elements that I'm going to argue is
You can't have poor people.
and
Or you know you can lift them out of poverty?
You're right. You can't have poor people, Romanian people, etc.
with the two forces,
Oh, Romanians are a different story, but
two major policy areas, very different policy areas.
They're already trying to get out of poverty by taking
The large profession.
fuck up. Now you're just being racist.
The international gold standard
Racist against Romanians?
Yes.
pegged to gold at a fixed price.
What's
So
next? Can I be
$1
racist
like
against
roughly a
nerds?
quarter of an ounce of gold.
No, I'd say no.
Was that the price level essentially
Good, so I
measured the
can say
value
I'm
of
gonna
gold.
let other people instead of them.
Over long periods of time,
No, I'm sorry, I meant yes, yeah,
price
you
level
probably
was
would
fairly
are
stable throughout the
should,
say, the
can be
19th
racist
century.
against Turkish people.
There'd be ups and downs with
Even
business
Sesson Piker?
fairly flat long-term
Yeah.
prices. The
But
periods
he's
of
a
inflation
light
and deflation were changes in the value of gold.
Good one.
Now you may wonder, how can the value of gold change if its
He
price
said
is
to
fixed
himself,
by
I can't
gold
be
standard?
racist against him.
But what was actually changing was the value in the sense of purchasing
He's a,
power,
dare I say,
or for
crack.
a microeconomist, the relative price of gold relative to other goods was
They
changing.
could say cracker on
And if you think
right?
about how we
Probably,
explain
yeah.
the value of any commodity
You can wave a lot more stuff on YouTube, so.
So if there's more supply of a commodity, its value falls. If there's more demand, its value rises. That's also true under gold, true for gold under the gold standard. But what's different about the gold standard is when the value of gold changes,
Are you going off the grid if the
price in
stream
nominal terms stays
streaming
fixed.
stuff doesn't work
Everything
out?
else has to
What?
adjust.
off the grid?
So for instance, let's say the
No.
value of gold were
Cabin
to
in the
double.
woods?
The
No,
British
that sounds
dollar
powerful.
price of
You
gold,
fell?
dollar price of gold would
Okay.
stay absolutely fixed. A doubling of the value of
Be
gold
careful what you
would
say on here. Also, Emden, are you there?
prices
Yeah.
on average
I-
falling in half.
I'm just having us
So
listen
that's
to a
what
video on
makes
stream.
gold so important
Oh, okay, gotcha.
under the international gold standard is that it changes the value of gold.
How many people are in chat right now? Let's see the metric here.
Now, the second pivotal event
Let me look
in
at
terms
the
of
chat.
background for the Great Depression is the First World War. And what happened then
Did I
was there was
subscribe
a
to it?
tremendous drop
No,
in the
big
demand
fan.
for gold. Many, especially European countries, sold off their gold stocks to pay for the war. This
You
big
are a
drop
fake
in
fan.
demand for gold
I'm not
lowered
a
the
big
value
fan.
of gold.
I'm a
Mostly because you're not real. You're just in my head. I'm talking to. I'm just talking. I'm talking to myself.
Doubled during World War I.
I've been around since the problem with religion.
After
Dot
the
dot
war,
dot.
there was a period of deflation, but prices didn't fall all the way
Wait, Jack,
down.
did you make
What?
this?
If you think of a base of
What?
100, they went
The
up to
tree
100,
things?
200 at the peak, and then
No.
fell maybe to 150.
This is cool as fuck.
They flattened out through
Yeah, it's been the game for a while. Oh my god, these gnomes are actually murdering me.
when the price level
Jesus
was
Christ.
artificially
The gnome
too high,
people?
about 50% too
Okay, stop.
That wasn't even racist, okay?
And it was therefore a sort of a fragile
I
gold
was
standard.
stuck.
I don't even know if I should believe you.
Worried that there'd be
When you
sort
say
of a
that.
shortage or scarcity of gold
No, when I
that
talk
would
about the gnome
prevent
people, it's like
central
a
banks
schizo
from being able
stuff.
to maintain this price level
Yeah.
where it was.
Those sounds like something I probably shouldn't be associated with.
I said hi in chat. I had a wave.
Nice.
My username is Black Gorilla Sex.
Why did you have to wave?
So, you know, this is a fairly standard
I have
view
to
of
say
the
hi
Great
to the
Depression,
Wincel guy.
and I don't have a lot to add to this sort of backdrop. But what I found is that a
Yeah,
lot
did
of
you
these
other account get
countries in
banned?
the Depression didn't really take the
Yep.
gold market seriously enough. in my
How many accounts have you had so far?
As I
Jesus
started to do
Christ.
research, I
I'd
noticed
say at
something
least a
very
double
interesting, that if you
Okay,
took
so
gold very seriously and thought about the supply and demand for gold, you could
Because
explain
I
a lot of
should
things
answer
that other economic historians had not been able to explain. One of those things is, why did the Great Depression start in late 1929?
Fuck.
Now, you might be surprised
I'm
by
sure I
this.
could
There's
like
so
go
many
around
famous
on my
books
old
that have been written
computers if I
about
get
the
them
Great
working
Depression.
again.
Probably the most
I could
famous was
scramble
written by
around the
Milton
different
Friedman and
Intel
Otto
stresses.
Schwartz.
What did you get system banned or?
200 pages to
I ain't get system banned.
1930s. And
Okay.
And their explanation
I'm still-
of
I
monetary
just
policy
made
failures
no
created
account.
the Great Depression is
Stop them.
probably the most
I didn't know I
famous
had. I didn't know I made this account.
But,
Apparently I made it like a
in-
year ago.
I should say later on, people criticized them for
Like a
not
few
taking
months
an
ago.
international view, focusing too much on the United States. So you got these sort of international explanations, Barry Eichengreen and others, that looked at the world economy
Oh my
and took the
God.
gold standard very seriously. But
I
none
can
of
finally
them,
say I'm conservative hard censored.
John Schwartz and
Shut the
Nora,
Gross.
fuck up.
opponents
I've been
really
banned
explained
for
why the Great
Twitter.
Depression started when it did.
I've never gotten
And
banned though.
so that's sort of
Twitch.
the starting point
How do you open the inventory?
for what I'd like to talk about today.
Escape.
I'm
By the
dumb
way,
fuck, thank you.
A lot of people, when they think about the beginning of the Great Depression in 1929, think in terms of the famous stock market crash that occurred in New York in October
Trying
of
to think.
29. And I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
back in people's mind is this thought.
Yeah,
maybe
the
that's
keyword
the
trying.
depression. I think the causation is more likely to be exactly the reverse. Probably the stock market crash because of fears or expectations that we were sliding into a
I'm
depression.
such a retard.
Oh, there's a desert this way. Okay.
And my own view is that this second view is strongly supported by.
I'm finding a ton of ores on the surface.
That occurred in 1987.
Or near the surface, not on.
I think we should make our bases in these tree stuff. I like them.
Okay, sure. Why not?
I'm gonna die though.
Or what? But the thing is, they're super close to the what do you call it?
Where we spawn?
No, they're super close to the Crimson biome, so that's the one concern.
There wasn't even a slight slowdown.
Oh, there's an oasis super close to us. That's cool.
Off 40%.
I don't know what that means.
And also cacti.
so,
Well, like cacti.
I talked a little bit about this first slide already. My basic argument
I never watched
is going
the
to be
problem with
the
religion
Great
videos. Tell
Depression
me,
was
what's the
great
problem with
because of
religion?
two factors. One is
That there are special interest
failures
groups.
of the international gold standard, and I'm going to point to what I think those specific failures were. And
Are you supposed
explain
to have
basically the first
non-special
half.
interest groups?
I made it a while
The
ago.
second half is more complicated. In the United States, I think it was caused by essentially a high wage policy under the New Deal.
The problem
In other countries, you had
with
different patterns.
with you watching cuties.
When they left gold,
There is no problem.
they also
No problem with that.
wage social policies. So I'll talk a little bit at the end about some of the countries.
Where's the problem at?
Okay. So, thinking about the Great Depression in the United States, what I've done here is graph industrial production
My God, I actually despise
for these two diagrams.
Oh, actually, use the pickaxe for now, because pickaxe actually does more damage.
Graph of real wages in the
Yeah.
United
I want to
States,
live in the Yay campaign office.
and
We know you do.
inverted
It's just a
I did that
old
in order
empty
to make
warehouse.
the correlation more obvious. Now, if you're not an economist, you might not find this graph all that interesting, but if you
Sounds
are
like
an
it.
economist, you should be surprised by this because modern
Is it
research
Iran
on
or
the business
Iran?
cycle does not really find a very strong correlation
Iran.
between
Ha.
the real economy, that is output, and real wages. In fact, modern studies disagree even on whether real wages are pro-cyclical, going with the business cycle, or counter-cyclical, going in the opposite direction of the business cycle.
Let's go. I found another one.
In the 1930s, if you use monthly data, real wages were extremely strongly countercyclical. I mean, macroeconomics is a very imperfect science. This is a really strong correlation. And if you do a regression analysis, you find a really strong correlation between these variables.
Oh my God, these gnomes are so annoying.
The peak cycle is a peak in July 1933. You can see those line up exactly.
All right,
So that's pretty surprising.
let's make a
Time
base.
series that according to modern
I'm making a
Sure.
base.
macro theory shouldn't be correlated
What?
at all.
I'm making our base.
Now, real wages are nominal
You
wages
gotta remember
divided
also that we
by
not need to
price.
house NPCs, and they like has like very specific things
This
they need.
correlation here is in some
So.
sense a lucky coincidence. It's
We're making an
actually
underground base.
two very different forces.
Okay, awesome.
One is changes in price level, which drove part of the Great Depression, and the other were autonomous changes in nominal wages that were the product not of market forces, but of rather of government regulation. And before I go on, maybe I'll talk a little bit about some of the specific ups and downs
Hey,
of the graphs. so you
President,
get a
what's your
better sense
Spotify
of
rap?
what it is.
What?
It's a little bit
Spotify
tricky
rap.
because of the fact that
I'm
we
not
had to
telling.
convert real wages, so
Come on, I want to hear it.
Nope.
I'm embarrassed.
in the
because
first part of the Great Depression,
I have
Nope.
a pocket at number
prices fell very
You have what?
sharply in the United
And
States
Weezer at
and
number
also
2.
Oh God, that's awful, dude.
one. Alright.
Weezer's worse than Kanye, okay?
it's 25 to 50%
Yeah,
inflation.
because
No.
Kanye
Weezer's
may
not
be
even that bad.
anti-Semitic, but
That probably
He's not
reflected
Weezer.
the collapse in aggregate
Weezer, they made a song about wanting to fuck a high schooler who was chapter. Okay.
along with the drop in prices, industrial production.
Yeah,
real
that's
fell
awesome.
very sharply.
Oh,
This is alarming.
State Department?
Now the top graph
Jesus.
shows real wages, the real wage line going down.
I'm gonna clear out this entire area.
What was really going on is real wages.
Not for right now, but
in the first several years of the Great Depression.
How you 0.
Many workers lost their jobs, but those that kept their jobs were actually getting higher real wages than before. What's the explanation?
That's
for that?
actually embarrassing.
Need help?
yep.
Yeah, that's part of it, and I wasn't even going to discuss that because
Oh.
I
Okay.
wanted to first emphasize a different factor. Bring
They
that
probably
sort of thing a little
built-
bit later, but
My
that's,
Frank is way
there's a
worse
debate
too.
about
He has
how
death
important
grips at number
Hoover's
1.
policy was. In
Ooh.
my view, it did
I like
make
Dexter.
the Great Depression worse than it otherwise would have been. But I'd also
You know, I never felt that that's
during this time period, if you had a very sharp
It's obvious.
sudden deflation, even if you didn't have a governmental high wage policy,
I got
nominal wages tended to
satisfied
be
with
somewhat
this
sticky.
one.
And we referenced depression
No, no.
about 10 years earlier. In
We need to make doors, huh?
there was a big
Definitely.
collapse in prices.
What these doors happen to be wooden.
Wages were pretty flexible.
Yeah.
So they did have
What is a woman?
a drop in industrial production.
Oh, I thought you said wooden. I thought you.
It only lasted about a
I
year,
said
and then
wooden.
you had a very robust.
Oh, I thought.
And this is an example that
Okay.
a lot of Austrians economists like to cite as
Woman?
showing why things were
Woman,
much worse
ew,
in the Great Depression.
scary.
They are pretty
But,
scary.
So, yeah, that probably made
I've
the
listened
decline
to
in
Death
output
Grip
greater
30
and
times
longer
this week.
lasting than it would have been.
Yeah, I can see why you don't get any women.
Pretty sharp downturn.
I can't.
Kanye 40 times.
Yeah, I can definitely see why you don't get women.
I don't know why, but his picture on
And
my
I'll talk a little
TikTok
bit
is
more about the reasons for that.
it's Kanye with a Nazi,
Say right now,
I think
the
it's the
false
German,
theory that they are
one of
operating
those
under
German
is that
flags in the back.
artificially propping up wages
Which
will
one?
create more
Imperial or?
Imperial.
And
Oh, okay, that is kind of that's pretty suspicious.
there's some people that
And there's another picture that's on there too of him kissing Hitler.
refute that. I'll show you some
Wait, where is this?
natural experiments.
Last FM.
Huh.
The problem is what they were basically doing by artificial
All right, sure, sounds to me. That's a lot of zombies.
workers that kept jobs
This is one official ass website. I don't know why they
so
do
many
this.
workers lost their jobs because of the artificial high wages. The national
Don't ask why my stats are down. I changed
Hoover's
accounts a lot.
policy was
Okay.
a failure. In fact, everything Hoover did, the Great Depression basically backfired. So,
I'm surprised you don't get mad
had actually a fairly standard
Okay.
downturn. Except
Good for you
it was
then.
more severe, partly for the reasons you mentioned, and partly just because the deflation lasted quite a bit, quite a long time. It was very severe and wages were very sticky. Now, what about the spike in 1933? Well, a couple things happened there. First, Roosevelt devalued the dollar. That created inflation.
It's always you are bad. Never look that out.
All right. And do you have him muted?
Nope. I
Oh, you
just
don't?
have him low,
Real wage series.
Oh,
low volume.
This rise
understandable.
you see is actually a fall in real wages. This series is
I'm a little annoying.
So
Sorry about
that
that.
is associated with
A
probably the
little?
most rapid increase in production in American history. First 4 months of the Roosevelt administration.
Okay, this is pretty bad if you ask me.
July
But
19,
Someone spent over 7,000 minutes listening to negative XP.
Roosevelt decided
There is
workers
0.01% of negative XP listening.
what?
Actually, run up something funny.
Ooh, I found an enchanted Nightcrawler. Nice.
In 2021, I was actually in the 0.1% of
So
things.
while nominal and real wages rose very sharply between July and September 1933, and as you can see, production
I know. Embarrassing.
so the recovery was aborted.
You should piss your pants.
Gives you a sense of
What are you doing right now?
You're not telling me.
time, and I have sort of theories
Good
on
one.
all these little ups and downs of it.
Dude, craft a sword.
Question is this: most explanations out there can't really explain the ups and downs in industrial production that we observe. It's
Swords
not
are literally
just
so
one
helpful
big U-shaped
for
depression.
early game, like broadswords.
Much more complicated. And what I've tried to do is to explain all these high frequency variations in industrial production. I figure if I can explain all those high
Yeah, we're gonna need to get quiet as soon as possible. Ah,
well, here's why output was depressed
No.
in general during the
What did he say?
like I said, we're gonna need to get a drive pretty soon so we can get rid of the crimson. Cause that's gonna be super annoying.
yes. And I think it's due to the fact that policy was much more erratic and experimental.
I know.
The 1933 spike is the best example.
It's kind of disappointing that it spawns so like close to us.
Normal,
I don't know what the crimson is.
looks a little bit
It's you know what the corruption is?
37.
Nope.
Oh god, you haven't played this game at all.
If you're
Nope.
wondering about 1921 that we brought up earlier, that was about as severe as,
You'll know. Okay, you'll know when you see it.
and you'll notice that one had a fairly
Probably won't, but okay.
No, you will.
The other thing about this is
It's literally just a red biome.
Production data, and this time series actually ends at the end of 1939, but the U.S. economy did not recover for 2 years later. So even at the end of 1939, the outlook was very depressed. And then in 40 and 41, as we got into World War II, we weren't actually in, but we were already building up production. Output increased fairly rapidly. As late as the end of 1939,
Oh yeah, I have
unemployment
what
was
is it
still
called?
over 2%.
I have two objects that make like the wood from the tree.
Just taking the normal tendency
wood.
for macroeconomic time series is to trend upward over time. So I've made it so that
Not
it's
like that.
artificially
Not like
flat, so that you can just focus
talking
on
about
the
bonus.
ups and downs.
I'm more comfortable with you talking about.
Okay, so here's
Jesus.
the way I think.
All right,
about factors. You've got the output volatility, which we saw on the graph. Highly countercyclical real wages. That's the top graph that I inverted and then very closely correlates. But I'm arguing that those really reflected two very different shocks. Pro-cyclical wholesale prices, that's pretty conventional. If you have deflation, you're generally going to have a downturn in the economy. So that's pro-cyclical prices. That was especially true under the gold standard.
Jesus.
Autonomous nominal wage shocks, that's unique in America to the 1930s. The government generally doesn't do this to this extent. I shouldn't say it's unique. Every time they increase the minimum wage, they're doing something like this, but nowhere near as dramatically as they did in the
Perfect.
1930s, where
I
wages
sent you
were
the
raised
Kanye
across the
West
board, not just
hit like this.
Why?
so.
Oh yeah, I have a question. I forgot.
And most of my
Does
research
that-
focused on the gold market because those are the shocks that are much harder to explain.
Okay, I don't like the background though. That's
Do is refer to the legislative record. There were 5 times during the New Deal where wages were raised artificially, and each of those 5 times there was a slowdown in the recovery. On the other hand, the gold market shocks
This is
go
like a
well
hammer.
beyond the United States. You have to look at the entire world gold market and figure out what was making the gold market unstable so that the purchasing power of gold itself was so unstable in the late 20s and 1930s. So, yeah, that's sort of the focus of most of my research. And the model for the demand shocks then is going to come from the gold market side. And the easiest way to think about
I think
this
it's-
is to think about gold as a commodity. We're trying to explain changes in the value of that by looking at changes in the supply and demand for gold. Now, the supply is really easy to visualize. If there was a tremendous discovery of gold, that would essentially reduce gold's value because there'd be more supply of gold, and that would mean inflation. Gold would have less purchasing power, gold being money. But that doesn't actually explain very much in the period we're looking at because the supply of gold grew at a fairly steady pace for really high gold. So all the action is really on the demand side, which makes things a lot simpler. And what I've done here is taken the real demand for gold and partitioned it several ways. Most of the gold at this time was held by central banks. Most of the gold that had ever been mined in world history in the 1920s and 30s was held in central bank vaults. And it was held to back up currency. So
Go.
there's basically 2 variables that are involved here. One is the amount of currency itself, the demand for currency in real terms. And the other is the ratio of gold and currency called the gold reserve ratio. How much gold backed up each unit of currency. So typically the ratio might be a number like 40%.
Thanks for on this.
If the United States had $10 billion in currency circulation, they might have $4 billion back.
I think Lamar's in back
But
then.
here's the problem. The ratio wasn't
Okay.
stable. In the back of people's minds,
I literally
there
know
was
nothing
the
about
notion
him,
that
so.
central banks were supposed to keep the gold ratio fairly stable. And this notion was sometimes called the
I mean,
rules
like
of
he's
the game.
good. I guess.
So the rules of the game
Not
said,
that
if you get gold flowing into
Okay,
your
I'll
country,
take your word for it.
you're supposed to increase the supply of money in proportion roughly to the increase
Who
of
knows?
gold
I like
stock.
Kanye
Gold
West, so
flows
I
out,
like
you're
Lamar's
supposed to
back.
Wait, why can't I replace the dirt walls? What the fuck?
And if you take that to the literal
You
extreme,
can.
it would keep the gold
Mhm.
ratio absolutely
You can.
constant. But
Not letting me.
as we'll see, that didn't happen, and when things really
You have to
started going
do it
strong
near
on
the
track was
near one of the sides of it.
around October 1929.
You mean Wait, what do you mean by that?
The bottom equation
Near one of the sides.
takes these
What?
two variables, currency demand and the gold reserve ratio,
What the fuck are you talking about?
and just makes one
What?
addition on the supply side. This is the physical amount of gold. If you devalued your currency, you can.
Wait, excuse me, what are you
additionally
talking
price
about?
gold
Are you dumb?
physical amount. So,
No.
that's only important in the United States for 1933, when the U.S. went off the gold standard and changed the price of gold. Otherwise, we can just use equation
Oh, wait,
there,
hold on.
and that will allow us to value.
Hammers are the one who, yeah, hammers are the one who does that. What the fuck?
One other thing, the data I have for supply of gold is
See?
actually central bank supply, not the entire
Look.
world supply, including jewelry. So.
No, but I can't, like,
the initial
hammer out the
factors
walls.
for the Great Depression was private hoarding of gold. Now, you naturally think of that as an increase in demand for gold.
Like, I'm trying to place wall over here, but it's not working.
Yeah, you can't.
It actually shows up as.
What?
an
Why?
increase in
Because it's
supply.
not near the side.
People became fearful and
Huh?
hoarded gold.
Are you being dumb?
Precaution during the 1930s. It
God.
would flow out of central bank vaults.
You used to be able to actually hammer out the walls.
Decline.
You should be able to hammer out the walls.
Fuck.
Okay.
Okay, so that works.
Well, this isn't quite
This
compatible.
doesn't.
I apologize for this machine. So things got shifted over a little bit, but what I've done here is taken some of the key variables like the gold reserve ratio and the demand for currency and inverted them
Oh.
so that you can more easily see their impact on the price level. And that's because increases in central bank demand for gold, for whatever reason, were deflationary. And
That's really weird.
so, ceteris paribus.
That is weird.
Other things equal, if there was a 10% increase in gold reserve ratio or
Maybe we shouldn't build our base down here.
We should.
currency, that would reduce
Yeah,
the
maybe you
gold
guys
price
should.
by 10%, holding all other factors.
No, why would we build our base down here if we literally can't replace the wall stuff?
When I developed this
Yeah.
approach to
Or like, let's make our own tree.
really interested in what went wrong in the early 1930s.
Actually, let's do that. Let's just make our own tree. Because I had the materials to do it. So
Tautology, essentially. For those of you that have studied monetary economics, the closest analogy I could give you is the equation of exchange, which, as you might know, is an identity M times V equals P times Y. If you have a big period of deflation, the only thing left to figure out is which of the other three variables change. Is it M, is it V, or is it Y?
where's our guy? Did he die?
Me?
Now,
No, our
whether
guy.
it's
Did he die?
useful or
I don't
not
know.
is a
Oh, no,
very
he's still
different
here.
question. Whether it's true. If it's a tautology, it's definitely true. What I was interested in was the gold
If it's a if fucking hell. If it's a tautology, it's definitely true. That's one of the funniest statements I've heard in a while.
or was it going to be some sort of passive force that the policymakers had nothing to do with?
Fuck.
Well, I was delighted when I found that beginning around October 1929, the gold reserve ratio started increasing rapidly at the world level. And because I've inverted it, this shows up as a big negative here. But what actually happened was the gold reserve ratio increased 9.6% in 12 months after the stock market crash. Prior to that, if you actually annualize the data, it had only been going up at about a 2.5% per year period. It looks a little higher because those are more than 1 year periods. The other thing about these time periods is I've broken them down this way because I wanted to give you a sense of sort of the key
Okay,
turning points.
Okay.
And now here,
So.
try to some of these
14.
So here I'm looking at the contribution of each individual country to this process. And what was going on was sort of a game being played between the major economies under the international gold standard. I'm going to focus on three here, the United States, Britain, and France. And you'll be happy to know that Britain
There we go. And then
Anyway, so in around 1927, Britain was struggling with its return to the gold standard. Its economy wasn't doing well, the pound was overvalued, so on. And the United States adopted an easy money policy to sort of help Britain out.
what was that?
And so as Britain
3,
accumulated
4,
gold,
5, 6,
the
7.
U.S. let gold
1,
flow out.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Things
Okay.
were okay. In
We'll make it quite even.
around
But
mid-1928, the U.S. switched to
Ugh,
a trade
alright.
policy. Famous event that took place about this time was the death of Governor Strong. And at this time, policy of the Fed became more conservative, more worried about the stock market boom. So
I mean,
they
fuck, how do I make that actually like tree
adopted an
shit?
increasingly tight money policy in late 28 and 1929 to try to control the stock market boom. And they eventually succeeded. They stopped the stock market boom. Now, of course, there was some collateral damage in this type of policy. So here's something where you might want to think a little bit about people who say central banks ought to pop
Alright, where are you right now?
balls before they get too big.
Rappers that kill people versus rappers that are homosexual.
For what it's worth. In any case,
Okay.
the question is why did we not
Um,
get a depression in
One's based, one is not
28
based.
into 29 when the Fed adopted a tighter money policy?
I think both are pretty
Well,
cool.
one reason is Britain switched to an easier money policy and let gold
Ah.
flow out. So the world gold reserve ratio still didn't really go up that rapidly.
Alright. Wait, is this gonna be actually let's make this one block higher.
By the way, this is the table. that's
Actually, will we be able to jump up that? No, we will. Okay, we can make it one block higher.
my
At the bottom here, we have the world ratio that was on the other graph I showed you. And you can see it's actually in the third period between 1929 and 1930 where there's this 9.6% change in
Move!
the gold ratio. So what happened after October 1929? Well, right around then, Britain's gold holdings got so dangerous.
Yeah, we can make that
they
jump.
were forced to adopt a tighter money policy to raise interest rates to bring more gold into Britain. They'd done all they could. The third country, France, was adopting contractionary policies throughout. They had undervalued the franc after World War I. They had
Very friendly.
Okay. Basically, the monetary policy under the 1928 gold standard to the date Great Depression was the cause of the depth of this depression. It certainly can't be compared with the monetary policy tools we have with a fiat currency to prevent the propagation and deepening of shocks. Back to Shapiro. When it comes to inflation, very few people can identify its pernicious effects. It's far easier to cite dangers of laissez-faire capitalism, which of course is Obama's plan. Of course, it's very hard to identify the subtle and underhanded pernicious effects, like Zimbabwe in the 1990s or the Weimar Republic. After all, one should check his facts with at the very least basic data before making up grand theories. True! Ben Shapiro being dumb once again. It's nothing new.
I mean, yeah, when isn't he?
True. Let me place down some stuff for you. That's some presents. Some fun presents. Like that. Like that.
You play stuff on the platform, so.
Oh, nice. Like that.
Do a chair there also. So.
There were
Actually,
what?
wait. Hold on. Actually, let's make this. From the first floor up, it's gonna be NPC houses, and this floor down here I'm making, which is gonna be bigger. It's gonna be all where all our crafting shit is. So.
Okay, and I'll save the chests for that then too.
Yeah. Well, that's under that's gonna be storage. So.
Yeah. Okay, let me just make doors.
I got him. Jesus. How do you make the background walls that you just had there?
Which ones?
The background walls that you're replacing back there. The ones that look like the tree trunk.
This?
Yeah, how do you make that stuff?
Um,
Yeah, how did you?
you take wood and you use this. It's a special thing.
What?
This thing here.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, it's so helpful. That's gonna be that's gonna be so good looking.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second.
My grandma's yelling over soccer.
This. Soccer?
Yeah, soccer. I'm in here. Yeah. What?
Well, U.S. lost
That was
to the Netherlands. Wait, yeah, that was today.
What are the teams playing? What are the teams that are playing?
Argentina versus Austria.
Austria.
I'm assuming that she's for Argentina.
Yes.
Argentina's winning.
Two
Yeah.
favorable places of one guy.
Oh fuck! Did the United States play it?
Yeah, they lost against the Netherlands.
Fuck!
Oh, what? I think Argentina's losing.
No, Argentina's winning.
Then why the fuck is she yelling?
Because they probably scored.
I don't know soccer, okay? I used to play it. It's kind of boring.
What do you mean? Soccer's amazing.
It was fun to play. I think it's boring to watch.
True. Just like
What?
half of all sports.
Soccer.
I agree.
No, it's not boring. to
No,
watch.
it's-
Soccer's really fun.
You have to enjoy the strategy of soccer to enjoy watching.
Well, I do. So
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
Jack, you don't know shit about fucking soccer strategy.
you're right. No, I'm new to the sport. So
Yeah, have you ever played soccer?
Have
I
you
have
ever
played soccer,
played
yeah.
while naked?
yes, of course.
Oh, okay. So you
I
do know.
sadly haven't.
In front of chi-
Yeah, I just went streaking at in like the I-9 sports thing. Wait, is that a region specific thing? Can I just self-back myself? That's cool.
What?
Doing
What are you
what?
talking about?
There's like a sport
Alright.
for kids called I-9. I think it went from like... Here's think for a minute here. Like, up from elementary to middle school.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Cool story, bro.
I used to play for those.
Wait, did you take the fucking crafting shit?
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna place it down here.
You're making this all with wood, right? We should have like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love with it. Gay son or thought daughter? I want you to answer this.
What?
Gay son or thought daughter?
What? I have no idea what you're saying.
Gay son or thought daughter?
Gay son or what?
Thought daughter.
Okay,
I have
son.
no. Okay.
Which would you rather have? Is what he's asking.
No, but what is it? What's the second thing he's saying?
Thought daughter.
Bought daughter.
Thought like a hoe.
Oh. Gay son.
Gay.
Yeah. 'Cause I don't really give a fuck about gay people. So.
Yeah, but you hate women.
No.
No, I love women.
That's
I love them so much, I don't want them fucking other people.
Yeah.
My daughter can only fuck me.
All right, I need to go now. Actually, so I'll be back
What?
on later.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
So PC.
Sorry.
He couldn't handle such red pills.
True.
Oh my god, is that Lane Pills from TikTok? It finding me on Discord?
I go now. Actually, so I'll be back
What?
on later.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Russian style strike on Poland. If they take the walk to Poland.
You're not funny.
They took
Okay, we're gonna read through the economic effects of automation aren't what you think they are.
Oh, really?
Well,
Aren't they? Changed my mind. You like Steven Crowder?
am I? Bro, this guy
Guess what?
seems super based. Simulation of matching markets.
Who, Crowder? I'm gonna make sure you're as racist as possible. You're the new pet project. You're gonna be red pilled. People are asking me, how do you get banned off Discord? I guess it's just like a sport right now.
Sorry, stuck in this so I can get hooked.
Henry Ford.
One trend in the last decade has been increasing fears that AI or other machines automating away jobs. Whether it's Elon Musk, U.S. presidential candidates, or famous YouTuber. Which famous YouTuber?
What the fuck?
Oh.
Every human used to have to.
No.
Where's Harrison Ford guy was spinning?
Serious concern that job automation could cause long-run unemployment at massive scales. Job automation underpins the explosion of economic growth we've seen since the 1830s Industrial Revolution. It's almost impossible to study any economic trends that creates in isolation because the entire labor market has been tied to job automation for 200 years. Be skeptical of any simplified, grand, unified theory of automation's effects on unemployment. This FAQ will separate job automation facts from myths. There are large-scale problems on the horizon, but they may not be what you think they are. We'll also discuss some solutions which could improve the labor market. The facts. We automate tasks, not jobs. Job is made from a bundle of tasks. For example, OStarNet. Okay? Defines the job of post-secondary architecture teacher as including 21 tasks like advising students, preparing course materials, and conducting original research. Technology automates tasks, not jobs. But yeah, automating a task within a job doesn't necessarily mean the job will stop existing. It's hard to predict the effects. Number of workers employed and the wage of those workers can go up or down depending on various economic factors, as we'll see later on. When you read an alarmist headline like "Study finds nearly half of jobs are vulnerable to automation," you need to put it into context. Nearly half of all jobs contain tasks ripe for automation. Those jobs may or may not be at risk. For example, some of an architecture professor's tasks are easier to automate, grading assignments, and others are harder, advising students. According to Brynjolfsson and Mitchell, tasks ripe for automation tasks where the task provides clear feedback with clearly definable goals and metrics. I say, they're just looking at what it means for tasks to be. No specialized dexterity, physical skills, or mobility is required. Large digital data sets can be created containing input-output pairs for the task. No long chains of logic or reasoning that depend on diverse background knowledge or common sense. Some tasks are inherently hard to automate. Moravec's paradox says that it's easier for a computer to learn to beat the best humans at chess or StarCraft than it is to do basic gardening on a windy afternoon. This is true even though almost all humans can do basic gardening and only a few can play chess at the highest levels. The paradox is explained when we understand that gardening requires learning sensory motor skills that mammals have evolved over billions of years, whereas learning chess only means learning a short rule set some humans developed when they were bored. This is true whether we're programming the computer manually or using the latest deep learning methods. Some other tasks don't require dexterity, but require this sort of cross-task general intelligence that we simply can't encode into a machine process with or without machine learning. Lastly, some tasks are simply bad candidates for automation because they're not very repetitive or too context-driven for automation to be economic, as shown in this XKCD comic. Spend a lot of time on this task. Should write a program automating it. Three. Writing code, work on original task. Automation takes over, and you have free time. Reality, writing code, debugging, rethinking, ongoing development, and no time for original task. Humans are not horses. Oh my god, so he makes argument that horses, we are in the same position horses were. Humans will soon be entirely redundant and replaced by machines which can do everything a human can, but more efficiently. This argument's wrong and uninformed. Horses have ever only served very few economic tasks, transporting heavy loads, transporting humans faster than foot travel, and recreational uses. With the invention of the combustion engine, 2 of those 3 tasks are automated, and horses became almost exclusively a recreational object. This means horses' populations decreased over time because they were no longer needed for labor. The human equivalent to the horse depopulation would be mass long-term unemployment. Humans can do lots of tasks. So, I'm trying to see what this is. Gotcha. So this talks about what is, like, how the different jobs are being defined and tasks that you complete. That should go. It's also important to realize, even though most jobs contain some tasks that can be automated, most tasks themselves are not suitable for automation, whether it's with machine learning or any other method. It's also important to realize that automating a task means broader economic changes. It can change what jobs exist by redefining which tasks are worth bundling together. We'll also create entirely new tasks. For example, managing the new automated processes. So, let's say you have job 1 is managing the task 3 and task 4. Task 1 and task 2 are covered within that, but then task 5 and task 6 are a new job. This is an example. Automating a task does not mean there's one fewer task to be done in the economy. This line of thinking is called the lump of labor fallacy. Any argument whose logic assumes there's a finite amount of work in the economy is fallacious and wrong. Okay, let's see. Gotcha. Right. But it's not right because we don't have zero sum. Industrial Revolution itself shows why the lump of labor fallacy is wrong. Before the invention of the steam engine, more than 95% of humans were employed on farms, whereas today this number is around 2%. The remaining 93% of the population didn't disappear or go out of a job. Instead, automating farm work freed up the labor force to be put to more productive use over time. Some young laborers went to school instead of working on the family farm, while others started working in factories. Over time, the labor force reallocated away from agriculture and into manufacturing and services. Similarly, as tasks are automated in the modern economy, such as manufacturing tasks, workers will shift their time into other tasks, like the growing service economy. Automation can help or hurt depending on who you are. Automation does not impact everyone equally. If technology automates some important task in your job, the effect will differ depending on relevant economic factors. What job you do, where you are geographically, what your education level is, your level of wealth, and your social/professional network. It's almost impossible to know a priori what the outcome will be. Let's take the example of a radiologist, where a core task of the job, making diagnoses based on X-ray images, could be automated in the future. The scenario where all radiologists are unemployed overnight is unlikely. They have at least 28 other tasks to work on that still need doing. But, as I said, several scenarios can play out. Because the workload is more automated, radiology becomes faster and more convenient. More doctors request radiology services, and more patients use radiology services. More medical students enter radiology, or existing radiologists make more money. 2, people don't want/need more radiology services. Because a radiologist's workload is reduced, there are fewer radiologists. Existing radiologists become unemployed while looking for new specialties. 3, people don't want/need more radiology services. Existing radiologists can't/don't find new specialties. We have as many radiologists, but they're paid less. As we see, in the same case, a radiologist can end up making more money, less money, and keep his job or lose his job entirely. Which scenario plays out depends on economic factors like the elasticity of supply or demand, the substitution effect, the income effect. Second example, when ATMs were introduced to banks in the 1980s, people thought bank tellers would quickly stop existing. Over time, each bank branch did end up employing fewer tellers. Let's see. Once. Okay, that seems like it was a little bit close. Okay. Thank goodness.
He had 1,000 points.
No, Donald Hand did. It's Hand, Singletary, Parentes, and Trotter, along with Kihei. And you did not quite get there.
Okay. Because we're talking about a game.
Okay. However, ATMs made it cheaper to operate bank branches, so more bank branches opened. There were eventually more bank teller jobs overall. Nice. Final example. So, it's interesting. As it's growing way more than you have loss of jobs, and then you're starting to have increase there. A final example of automation leading to unexpected job growth is the invention of spreadsheet software. In 1985, there were 2 million bookkeepers in the United States. Today, there are only about 1 million. Between these 2 dates, okay, and also, this is definitely, you have a larger increase there in the, Jesus. Between those 2 dates, spreadsheet software revolutionized the bookkeeper's daily work. However, while the number of bookkeepers halved, the number of accountants and auditors doubled. Roughly 1.8 million jobs, and the number of financial analysts exploded, around 2.1 million jobs. Of the million people who stopped working as bookkeepers, many were freed from the most boring tasks in their job, were able to move into more interesting, productive work rather than being discarded. This shows that it's extremely difficult to predict the effect of automating a task on the workers who do that task. Number 4, automation may be linked to rising inequality. Automating work makes the country richer on average in the long run. This doesn't mean that everyone will get richer. Automation can increase or decrease economic inequality. For example, a task gets automated and a common good is now much cheaper to produce. This could translate into lower prices, leading to widespread consumer gains and lower inequality. But it could also lead to equivalent prices and higher profit margins, which would increase inequality. Which scenario happens depends on market concentration among several factors. Inequality in the US has increased in the last 30 years. Sure. Probably don't disagree. There's some evidence that this is partly the result of recent technological progress, aka automation. This seems to be at least partially due to technology. Automation is mostly attacking tasks, what we would call middle-skilled jobs. This fact makes sense with what we learned about Moravec's paradox in Section 1. Lower income jobs are often manual and dexterous, and Moravec's paradox means they are protected from being efficiently automated. On the high end of the scale, managerial and highly specialized tasks and jobs are of the kind that is often very domain-driven and non-repetitive, that makes them uneconomical to automate. Overall, high amounts of middle-skilled job automation would lead towards a polarized workforce with more jobs at the high end and low end, fewer jobs in the middle, increasing inequality. It's not clear if the worsening income inequality is entirely because of technological change. There are several trends that might push down the wages of regular workers compared to high-income workers. Firms may have increasing monopoly power over low-wage workers. Because there are fewer firms, workers are in a worse bargaining position. This means lower wages overall than in a more competitive marketplace. In most large cities, the cost of housing is outpacing the rate of wage growth. While a worker could have the same pay, the inequality between owners and non-owners will increase, and the share of income dedicated to housing will increase, leaving disposable income lower. In the US, healthcare prices far outpaces wage growth. I'm assuming healthcare price growth, but this means higher health insurance premiums. While many workers' total compensation is increasing, their take-home pay is not increasing at the same rate, due to the growing share going to health insurance. So we'll see in section 7, international trade changes worker-employer dynamics, much like automation does. While free trade is good for the population as a whole, some subgroups are left worse off. Inequality between workers with different education levels is increasing. In this chart, the x-axis is time, y-axis represents the overall percentage increase in wages since 1963. This data shows that while males with master's and doctorate degrees have gotten a 70% raise in income, male high school dropouts haven't increased their wages compared to 1963. Super interesting that for bachelor's degree, especially, where women are very much outperforming men in the growth. Although it could be that they have more to grow in terms of their real weekly earnings. New technology does not impact all workers the same way. New technology may make high school workers far more productive while not impacting the productivity of low-skill workers. This is called skill-biased technological change, and argues that even if automation is not causing job loss, it could still increase inequality by making only high-wage workers become productive. 85% of economists. Wait, divorce attorney, you know you're muted, right? Okay.
I did not know I was muted.
What have you been saying?
How much have I been muted?
For as long as I've been reading this.
Okay. Well, good thing I didn't know if I was interrupting or not. I was just rambling again. What's your whole thing on the Kanye InfoWars interview? I don't know if you went over it in another stream or something.
I went over some of the other Kanye stuff that he's done, but
Not the InfoWars one.
yeah.
Okay. I think there is a plausible defense. I think all the crazy stuff, I feel like it's not because he's insane or something. I think he just did it to be funny, I guess. Which I guess it was kind of funny. The Netanyahu thing was funny.
Whoa.
The Netanyahu thing was hilarious.
True. What
Yeah, you
would
got
Karl
me.
Popper say? No, this is fun. This is pretty fun to
Sorry.
read.
What were you reading? I'm sorry.
That's it. Are we gonna do poll your group?
What are you talking about? I wasn't listening in too well.
Which expert are you? Oh my gosh. Okay, given we're gonna take this. Which economist are you? Quiz, okay? Or test.
Alright.
This could be
which
fun, and then
should
we're
I
gonna get
take?
back to
Should I-
them.
Yo, link it. I wanna take this as well.
Okay.
Link it.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. There you go.
Okay. Let me take. What economist am I? I'm gonna be like.
Okay. We'll see. They have some I've heard of, some I have not. But we'll see. We can then look at the person. Okay. Giving specific presents as holiday gifts is inefficient because recipients could satisfy their preferences much better with cash.
I'm on phone right now. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, it's definitely inefficient.
This shit is.
If I were to strongly disagree, like, what's his? I don't know what his argument for that is. Okay, so I probably agree. I'd strongly agree. Amending the Constitution to require that the federal government end each fiscal year without a deficit would substantially reduce output variability. Okay, I don't know what this means.
How do I what's it called? Use this?
I don't know what output variability is. Let's see.
Is there another website to do this on? 'Cause
Nope.
This website was kind of buggy. Shit.
I mean, it's probably just like the variability of the output. No, that doesn't seem like it would make sense. Because labor markets across different sectors are connected, rising productivity in manufacturing leads the cost of labor intensive services, such as education and healthcare, to rise. Somewhat agreed. I don't think that actually changed anything about me. Yeah, I just say agree for that. Large tech platforms such as Amazon Marketplace and Google Search should be designated as platform utilities and broken apart from any participant. Okay, we're gonna make sure. So you could not. They wouldn't be able to transfer or share data with third parties. Okay. Yeah, That's funny.
What the fuck is this?
What?
I was looking at my Instagram and I saw this. It's trigger warning: black POC and dark skin.
Wait, annual spending search of party gift giving and personal travel delivers net social benefits. Okay. Probably disagree. Part A, considering a buy. Well, yeah. Considering a broad range of costs and benefits, is a better. Wait. Considering broad range of costs and benefits is a better tool for guiding policy than setting temperature limits based on expected lengths between temperature. Kind of. Like, I think that if you can tie it to market, because generally markets are pretty good at sorting out how things impact stuff. So I think carbon taxes tend to be better, but they're not necessarily better.
Wikipedia, Joseph
The
Bernstein.
net effect of admitting children of alumni and donors, including any impact on donations and any losses of other high potential applicants, is likely to be a reduction in the contribution of colleges and universities to society. Yeah. I think I just agree, but best for society if management of a U.S. publicly traded corporations only considers the impact of their decisions on customers, employees, and community members to the extent that these impacts feedback to impact shareholder wealth.
Wikipedia on this guy. Oh fucking hell.
Yeah. Economic analysis can it's probably strongly, but identify whether countries are using their exchange rates to benefit their people at the expense of their trading partners' welfare. No opinion. The U.S. reduced its fiscal deficit. Its trade deficit would also shrink. I don't think that's true. I'm not informed enough to have an opinion, but Council of Economic Advisors is likely to give the U.S. President better policy. Chair and members of the SE have published peer-reviewed economics research. Probably strongly agree. Gotcha, all the way down to 0.06. Angus Deaton. Okay, well, he's British, so.
Which Wikipedia?
But he has a Nobel
section
Prize?
to
Oh my god.
get in early life.
I disagree with this guy on like pretty much everything.
Well, he's got to be doing something correct if he has a Nobel Peace Prize. Should I look up Joe Bernstein or Joseph Bernstein? Joe Bernstein?
Joe Mama. We got into
So it seems like Joe Bernstein is not on Wikipedia.
the typical chief executive is paid more than his or her
What?
marginal contribution.
I look at different Wikipedia.
I like.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? I'm streaming Theo, just you know. Fair trade improves productive efficiency and offers consumers better choices. Here, I'll send the link if you want.
Mathematica? Christ, I can't make the fucking joke if they don't have a Wikipedia page on them.
Freer trade improves productive efficiency and offers consumers better choices, and in the long run, these gains are much larger than any effects on employment. Yeah. If the U.S. replaced its discretionary monetary policy regime with a gold standard defining a dollar to a specific number of ounces of gold, the price stability and employment outcomes would be better for the average American. Strongly disagree. Okay. Is Angus Deaton a fucking gold standard boomer? The small number of firms have a large combined market share. The properly defined market is strong evidence that those firms have substantial market power. Yes. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Editor for Skillscreen Media. Senior
Countries that
technology.
borrow in their own currency should not worry about government deficits because they can always create money to finance their debt.
Education at Columbia.
Wait, I want to see if I disagree, because I slightly agree with this.
You know Northwestern University?
Oh, literally no one agrees.
I asked you a question. Wait, let me see.
Well, okay, because it has... Okay, fuck that. I'm not... Do I know Northwestern? Yeah, I cried when I got rejected from it.
Oh.
Taxes are
You know who
banned...
did get rejected? Joseph Bernstein. He used to work for BuzzFeed, and now he's a reporter at the New York Times.
Oh, is it this? Seems like it... Is it a big split? Oh, fuck. I can't believe they don't have this one. Oh my god, I'm so sad. Restricting eligibility... I'm muting you.
What happened?
Okay, just be quiet. Restricting eligibility for senior government economic policy posts by requiring a graduate degree in economics would reduce the chances for good public policy outcomes. Disagree. Large movements in monthly oil prices, either up or down, are driven primarily by speculators. Opposed to changes in the current and planned supply or demand for oil. That's crazy how most people disagree, but I don't think I can have an opinion on it. Within the software industry, the U.S. patent system makes consumers better off than they would be in the absence of patents. Yes, almost certainly. I think patents are pretty required. A ban on very short-term loans at a very high annualized interest rates. Yeah, because otherwise, yes, no, I agree. Ban on very short-term loans at very high annualized interest rates, aka payday lending, would make most people who use or might use them better off. I agree. The association between health and economic growth in poor countries primarily involves faster growth generating better health rather than the other way around. Yeah. So sad. Seems like that would be the case. It seems like it, but I mean, I don't know. Laws to prevent high prices for essential goods and support short supply in a crisis would raise social welfare. This is something I need to look into, but I haven't. How many are there? 42. Jesus.
Yeah, you should.
Letting publicly traded U.S. firms report earnings annually rather than quarterly would lead executives to place more weight on long-term issues in their investments and other decisions. I don't know if a year is really like long-term. Like, I don't think it really would change that. Rather than using, because I know it's a problem, I just don't think that's how you solve it. Rather than using, I do want to see what the split is on this. Interesting. So they tend to agree. So she strongly agrees. Hank gets Dayton. Fucking weirdo. There's almost no support for short-termism. Earnings numbers themselves are unimportant. The market values overall prospects. Okay, gotcha. Should not be a blanket rule. Oh, yeah, sure. But, okay. Rather than using second-round runoffs to settle elections in which no candidate wins a first-round majority, it's better to use ranked choice voting, which voters are encouraged to rank all candidates. Yeah, I don't have an issue with ranked choice voting. Holding labor market institutions and job training fixed, rising use of robots and artificial intelligence is likely to increase substantially the number of workers in advanced countries who are unemployed for long periods. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Don't have data for this. As we were just reading, it's holding labor market institutions fixed. This feels, I can't, like, I don't know if you can really, that's interesting, say that, but, okay. All things considered, U.S. society will be better off if sports betting becomes legal in more U.S. states beyond Nevada. Yeah, I don't have a problem with sports betting. Providing states and local subsidies to build stadiums for professional sports teams is likely to cost relevant taxpayers more than any local economic benefits that are generated. That seems to be the case. It seems like these are not things that are made from, oh, nice, well thought out decisions. Based on, I have very limited knowledge of it though. Appropriately managed corporations could create significantly greater value than they currently do for a range of stakeholders, including workers, suppliers, customers, and community members with negligible impacts on shareholder value. Yeah, I probably agree. Do most disagree? Effective mechanisms for boards of directors ensure that CEOs act in ways that balance the interests of all stakeholders would be straightforward to introduce. No. Taking into account the reserves, revenues, consumer surplus, purchasing patterns by income, and possible consumer biases, state-run lotteries increase social, I'm going to disagree strongly, but purchasing patterns by income. Taking it into account. Yeah, no. I was going to strongly disagree, but yeah. Let's say of inside information, very few investors, if any, can consistently make accurate positions about whether the price of an individual stock will rise or fall in a given day. Yeah. It seems to be you need unique. Yeah, okay, good. There. You need unique info. Did anyone? I suspect very few is an important qualifier. Yep. Short-run predictability, but consistently on a given day is a high standard. Hell yeah. Oh my god. So true. Daryl Doofy. What a god. when local governments compete by offering subsidies to a firm that is willing to relocate and shopping across multiple alternative areas, the firm typically captures most of the value that is created via the relocation.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. That's something I have no clue. Okay, we'll see. We're staying strong, catching up. Oh my God, my man
On my goddamn page.
Angus
Work
Deaton has increased.
Ever.
Market allows payment for human kidneys should be established on a trial basis to help extend the lives of patients with kidney disease. Yes. I'm a Giga Chad. Using surge pricing to allocate transportation because it makes it cheaper and it also gives people it's low risk enough and people risk their lives doing shit anyway. Using surge pricing to allocate transportation services such as Uber does raises consumer welfare through various potential channels such as increasing supply, allocating them to people who desire the most, reducing search and queuing costs. Yes. That seems like it would be very commonly agreed with. I don't see many people disagreeing. Yeah. Except for Alberto. Yeah. Okay. Even though the professors who select textbooks different from the people who pay for them, the price of new edition college textbooks reflect classic forces of supply and demand. I disagree. But, because of the many special and unique roles dollar plays in global commerce, U.S. citizens are substantially better off than they otherwise would be. That's okay. Substantial, yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I think, yeah, okay. So I'm where most of them are. It feels. Yeah. What it seems like is you would have less arbitrage issues. Dollar debt. Had to swallow hard over the substantially. Not clear what substantially means. Sign is probably positive, but also probably small. Ray Fair and I fucking agreeing on this one, baby. Where's Ray Fair? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it goes up a little bit. But I think I agree, but I think it's small. Laws that limit resale of tickets for entertainment and sports events make potential audience for those events worse off on average. Yeah. Some of these are kind of funny. Where here when you I fairly agree with both of these guys, but then they don't agree. It's like if you combine them, it would make me. But refusing to liberalize trade, unless partner countries adopt new labor environmental rules, is bad policy because even if the new standards would reduce distortions on some dimensions, such a policy involves threatening to maintain large distortions in the form of restricted trade. I don't know if I can really have an opinion on this. Evidence of a multi-year trade deficit of country A with country B implies B has successfully tilted the playing field in its favor in terms of such policies, tariffs, non-barrier tariffs, and exchange rate between them. I think most are going to disagree here. I think. Okay. Concept of maximum sustainable employment. It's well defined enough to be used beneficially in economic policy making. Okay. Seems like as long as you're like, yeah, I can take 3 percentage points error. But I think that's pretty hard otherwise. Okay, this is it. Let's see. Alan Auerbach. This guy and I are besties, apparently. Tax policy. Oh, I guess he has so many because he gets the students to write them. Shit. Wait, oh. Kenneth Judd? Oh, what a god. Is it Stanford? Optimal tax rate on capital. Oh, nice. So he, cool. William Nordhaus. Yeah. Oh, probably a similar climate change takes. Richard. Okay, nice. Alan Auerbach. Ugh. Oh my gosh, we got on a tangent. So they believe it is a leading explanation for increasing income inequality. Equality. The nation's job market is this was, and was it the one that, right? Yeah. Okay, did he say 85? Right, feels, okay, sure. If the nation's job market is increasingly polarized between high and low end jobs, and if technological change is also making high school workers disproportionately more productive, this type of increasing gap between high education workers could be the result. This gap between earnings of college grads and non-college grads is called college wage premium. It's been increasing for decades. While the income of college grads is increasing doesn't mean lifetime disposable income increases at the same rate. Colleges are in the position where the value of the product sold, college degree, is increasing sharply. This leads colleges, especially in the US, to be in the position to extract economic value from the college wage premium by increasing their prices. Increase wages by 3 mechanisms: increasing hard knowledge, improving your social network, and the market signal college degree sends. Hard to argue, dramatic increase in cost and tuition can be matched to an equivalent improvement in school curricula or in professional networking. Yeah, it hasn't like gotten better over time. Although, if you look at okay. Total cost. If you look, I guess it has gone up. I don't know if it's real. $20 to $1980. Okay. So it's about 3.5 times. That means there was like a 3-time growth in the cost. However, something like California doing that. You also, by going in-state versus out-of-state, makes very little sense to be going out of state to a community college. Again, though, if you're comparing this to, or you can get like a private 2-year degree. So the costs don't seem to be, this pretty much models the, like, public 4-year. It's pretty much matching, and this is 1963. This probably follows precisely to the real, like the inflation rate. Well, this probably does not. Although it's very close. It seems like it's oddly close. Although these could still be through community college? I don't know. Okay. But yeah, that's my point. It seems like maybe there's the demand just on the higher end of colleges. Automation might be increasing wealth inequality. While income equality has increased significantly, wealth inequality has increased even more since 1980, which I think Piketty writes about this. For product or service. Are you there, Thee? For product or service, it's made cheaper by automation. Economic gains go to consumers, lower prices to workers, or to the owners of the firm. Much like with jobs in Section 3, which happens is impossible to predict a priori, because it has to do with like when you shift, if you draw it out on a if you have a shift like that, right? Which is Jesus. Supply like that. Supply, demand. If you have a shift in supply, it would probably be this way when we're talking like that. In the short term, As long as the shift in supply happens short term, you get this equilibrium. However, this might mean that some people are priced out on the supply side. So if some people are trying to sell, then they're no longer working, and you'll have adjustments to this over time. So this, like the classic graph, doesn't really totally reflect this. Automation could be contributed one way is through deepening automation, where already automated tasks is made even more productive. So that's purely just increasing productivity, which means it's increasing supply, which again is benefits society, but where that happens depends on if that can satisfy like a greater number, because you can have, there are supply driven markets. For trade, we do it by giving the money to people in another country in exchange for the task of being completed. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I skipped. Automation could displace labor more than it enhances productivity, siphon the economic benefits away from workers over time. So it could displace those workers and make it so that you get more money, but it's all going to the same business owners. Automation and free trade have similar effects on labor. Side note, help organize your thoughts. In both cases of free trade and automation, we replace what was previously done by labor with capital. For trade, we do it by giving the money to people in another country for exchange for the task being completed. For automation, we do it by giving money to people to make machines to complete the task. This, importantly, is why you can't run a country like a business. Because when you are running a country, you have to care very specifically about the people in your country, and that's who you're representing. And when you have free trade, what you're doing there is you're, I don't have it up on here. When you have free trade, you're moving the labor out of the country. And so that can be a genuine concern. Even though sometimes it can also be a racist one. Reasonable argument that trade has had a much larger impact on employment in the U.S. in the last 20 years. Reason for this is that trade with China has had a large effect on U.S. manufacturing employment, much more so than automation. One second. Both trade and automation are fundamental drivers of modern economic growth. Both create more wealth, but also change distribution of income in society, which often increase inequality. Even the simplest trade models, there we go. It's like the one where it shows you have different elasticities as you go. With general equilibrium of, it's different. So it's comparative advantage, but it's just the nice version using like calc and shit. I haven't done that one yet, and I haven't taken the more advanced classes. Trade predict inequality increases. Trade creates winners and losers, but winners always gain more than losers lose. Autor, Doran, and Hansen put it best. Response to a given trade shock, a lower wage employee experiences larger proportionate reductions in annual and lifetime earnings, a diminished ability to exit a job before an adverse shock hits, and a greater likelihood of exiting the labor market relative to her higher wage coworker. In theory, we could compensate the ones losing from trade or automation by taxing the winners' increased wealth. But in practice, this generally seems lost in the political process. Right, so what this would mean is that, theoretically, you could say, if I am a really good bettor, or I'm good at this trade, what I'm making, when I make money, it's not zero sum, so I'm not just taking from you. It's not like stealing from you. What it is doing is it's taking from you and it is creating additional value. And so when that happens, the additional value is could technically be harnessed to the winner of the trade, and there would be like no or little loss to the loser, because you would like take the winner's winnings and give it to them, but then give back the loss of the loser. And so you would just have like, I mean, it would be like still just a losing trade, but it would not be, you wouldn't be causing more inequality or the same rate of inequality. Like, it would be a skill-based inequality that's maybe not accentuated. So it probably would not be as efficient. So I don't think that you could actually efficiently do this, but solutions. Andrew Yang's 2020 presidential campaign frequently highlighted the perceived dangers of automation. Because of Yang's efforts, one of the most common policy solutions linked to automation is a universal basic income. Okay, might read this out there. Yang says that UBI will act as a safety net against technological unemployment. UBI, to most welfare system, taxes coming in, welfare checks coming out. Advantages is that it's simpler and might be lighter on bureaucracy. Important part is how much we tax and give out at each level of income. UBI would give everyone money unconditionally. If we want to help the poor, then comparing it to other systems, we need to tax less at lower income brackets and tax more at higher income brackets, so that gift is offset by higher taxes. Yep, that's totally true. So you would just increase the gift instead of saying, we're going to have some other welfare way of doing it. You'd just be giving it to people. And so it could be good in the sense that you have people spending money maybe on more consumer-driven items, and so you actually have demand being what it is, rather than saying, oh, well, people really want to spend X amount on food and X amount on toiletries and X amount on whatever, and kind of giving it to them through what other like welfare programs exist. But we saw before that the problem with automation isn't technological unemployment, it's low quality job prospects from a shifting economy. UBI, like any other generous social safety net, helps those out of a job. It can help redistribute after-tax income, but it's not all that different from simply enhancing this existing welfare state. It doesn't specifically address the root cause, education levels and job transitions, so it's not helping with the long-term negative trends we discussed. Furman to Obama. That's pretty. This is super well put together. It seems like, holy shit. Keep investing in AI/automation technologies because the benefits massively outweigh the negatives. Ensure more widely accessible and flexible education for all to prepare for jobs of the future. Put more serious effort to aid workers in job transitions. Ensure that the benefits of automation are broadly shared through the welfare state. Furman's proposals attempt to keep the massive gains from automation while still addressing the core issues that increase inequality. So you want to invest in them, spend money into education, put more effort to aid workers who are transitioning, which is something that's very important. It's important to be able to have workers be able to move and pick the job, because the stickiness of which, or the friction, the ability for a worker to move is very important for a market to stay efficient. Ensure that the benefits of automation broadly share you. Takeaways. Don't be concerned about the hypothetical future unemployment. Instead, be concerned about low quality job prospects right now. So true. Let's see. Let's go. I already read the. Holy shit. This is interesting. Okay. Let's read this. Bloomberg reports that Airbnb cost NYC renters some ridiculous amount of money, which they got from this study, the NYC comptroller. So this says they paid extra $616 million. National Bureau says it leads to 0.018% increase in rents, a 0.026 increase in house prices, which a 1% increase in Airbnb listings. So if you were to double Airbnb listings, it'd be 1, 2. You would have a 1.8, almost a 2% increase in rents. You would have a 2.6% increase in house prices, which is meaningful, but it's okay. I would not say it's 0 based on that, because that seems statistically significant. I see. So it is statistically significant. This is incorrect. This is wrong. But it's way less than the fucking 9.2%. Okay. Adam Millsap already laid the case why the controllers studies a UV error. Estimates a panel regression per year in neighborhood with rent level on left-hand side Airbnb listings as well as a few controls on the right-hand side. Of course, both NYC trends, rents, and Airbnb listings have year-over-year growth trends, so they both predict each other very well, even at the neighborhood level, by being a proxy for how trendy/touristy the neighborhood is. So, what that means. I have my graph for the rents. It's like that. Or let's say like that. Have Airbnb listings. Like that maybe. A lot of this underlying, we have maybe that. And this is shared in common. And this is an underlying base. And so the actual differences are like very small. Or the actual the correlation is very small, because once you get rid of that kind of underlying grounding, it starts to look a lot more like noise, where this is more like that, and then this is more like that. And that then is like, what? That's not even fucking correlated. Or barely. And where like this is like, oh, more people here, more people are buying into New York. Here it's like, not as many people are buying into New York. And it's happening the same for both places because they're the same, they're just in the same area. The NPR paper uses, or tries to correct for this, by using Google search popularity as an instrument to correct for these trends. Interesting. It's weird that, I wonder if there would be a better way to do that. I mean, they know more than me, I guess. They don't adapt instantly to shocks like an increase in Airbnb units. It would be interesting to see if some of the results on previous year lagged explanatory variables, including the IB result and BER study. Whoa. Okay. Okay, this is really short. In a recent Slate article, let's see. Wow. Using them is illegal. Texas Tech professor argues that because teacher assessments are biased against women, they're unacceptable to consider employee performance. While I would be easily convinced there's gender bias in teacher evaluations, this paper is used as a heap of shit. Seems like. Who wrote this? Christina Mitchell, and she wrote this. Oh, wow. Intelligence, competency, incompetency. This seems so fucking stupid. There's two people, n equals, yeah, it's not comparable. You can't, oh my god. Okay. Author uses, yeah, we'll talk about it. Author inspired their study on Macal et al., which actually does something pretty cool. They switched the name of male-female TAs, which only interact through forum posts, in online courses as a way to create a natural experiment. This is similar to the way racial discrimination is studied in the labor market by switching names and resumes sent out randomly. It's also similar to my favorite thing, where you look at how often black people are pulled over, and they're pulled over much less during the night when cops cannot see. And so I guess technically you could have the case where black people drive worse or like commit more crimes during the day, but then at night they're like, nope, I don't commit any more crimes. But that doesn't seem like it would be. I think there's other ways of kind of demonstrating that's not true. Problem is that instead of replication, which is totally fine to do the same thing there. That's totally okay. They instead got evaluations of 2 online courses, one by a male professor and one by a female. So bad. Appendix doesn't say if the lectures are actually the same, only the content is the same. This ambiguity is discerning. So they're giving lectures, that says a lot. So the entire methodological design goes out the window. We're just comparing the evaluations of 2 people who happen to be of different genders. In addition to that, authors use an entirely subjective methodology based on no previous cited research to analyze the topics in reviews. I've never seen something this blatant. They make up topics and barely explain criteria to fit a review in the topic. Serious, look at page 2 in the supplemental reading. Wait. Let's see. Look at page 2. Demeanor, attitude, or other personality characteristics. So they, okay. Jeez. Okay. First part is that there's a way to do this sort of topic analysis more rigorously. You can do latent Dirichlet allocation. Explains, dude, some of this math shit is so cool. And split by the perceived gender of the instructor. In fact, doing LDA on straight data from rate my professor, splitting data by gender, controlling for the class given, and fixed effects of the individual professors would probably be the next best way to do the study after the Macnol et al. Kind of methodology. Extra pedantry. Comparing ordinal values, like 5-point scale reviews, by t-testing their mean is bad methodology. The difference between 5 and 4 is not the same distance between 1 and 2. Comparing means makes no sense. So true. Oh. Safe subgame solving. Break the paper and computer poker is poorly written. Wait, which one are they talking about? Yes, I do want to read about this shit because I love. Poker. But I think I'm gonna head off for the day. Gotta get some real work done. We will